We obsess over our bank accounts. We track every penny. But right now, you're spending a currency far more valuable than money and giving it away for free. You can always earn another dollar, but can you ever earn back the last 5 minutes? Welcome to the attention economy. Today, we'll know more about this. Have you ever wondered why we say pay attention? It isn't a figure of speech, it's a transaction. Every time you look at a screen, you are paying with the only resource you can never recover, your time. Because attention is how we spend our life in real time. Now, before we blame the smartphone for everything, let's be clear this isn't a technology problem. Humans have always been distracted. What technology did was just industrialize this distraction. The real shift happened when companies figured out how to measure your attention, predict your next move, and trade your time on the stock market. See, algorithms don't steal your attention, saying that would give them too much of a credit. They simply optimize for visibility, skillfully designed to put exact thing in front of you so that you don't stop looking. And this is where it gets dangerous. The moment you stop being aware of what you are watching, you stop being the one choosing. You begin outsourcing your choices, and I don't just mean choices about what to watch. I mean, you start outsourcing your thoughts, your emotions, and eventually your own identity. But this isn't a philosophical problem, it is a physical one. Psychologists have been warning us about this for a long time. Daniel Kahneman, who spent decades studying attention, showed that our mental capacity is limited. Our brain cannot focus on everything at the same time. Like a computer, the brain lags when too many tabs are open. Constant switching between those tabs drains our energy. The mind starts to buffer, and complex thinking becomes harder to sustain simply because our brains are too consumed. So, why do we keep doing this even when it makes us tired? Neuroscience gives us the answer. You have probably heard of dopamine, often called the pleasure hormone. But dopamine doesn't just create pleasure, it signals importance, newness, something worth noticing and paying attention to. Platforms understand this very well. They are not trying to make us happy, they are trying to keep us engaged by showing us new, surprising, and socially rewarding content again and again. They train the brain to keep wanting the next thing. Over time, the brain gets used to quick rewards, slow, meaningful experiences feeling boring and less rewarding. And there is a deeper tragedy here. We often think we pick up the phone to get inspired, but constant consumption is actually the enemy of creativity. You see, your best ideas, the solution to your problems, your creative breakthroughs usually happens in the shower or while driving or on a walk. Why? Because those are the rare moments when you are not consuming. Neuroscience calls this the default mode network. It is a state where your brain finally stops downloading data and starts connecting the dots. But if every spare second is filled with a screen, you kill that process. You become a library of other people's thoughts with no room left for your own, becoming a constant consumer while losing the ability to be a creator. This is why attention has quietly become the most powerful currency of the modern world. Companies monetize it, platforms trade it, creators depend on it, but as individuals, we often give it away unconsciously. And what we are left feeling is just rushed and being anxious, even when nothing urgent is actually happening. Now, once you notice this pattern, understand how this works. Distraction is no longer invisible. Self awareness. Awareness changes everything. The moment we recognize attention is an invaluable currency, our relationship with content shifts. We begin to spend it more carefully. We stop asking, is this entertaining? And we start asking, is this worth my time, my energy? Is this really something that I want to process? And in my opinion, this is not at all about quitting social media, rejecting modern tools, or deleting apps or blaming creators. It is about choice, our own choice, curating our own life experiences. In a world that profits from distraction, choosing where to place our attention as deliberately as we choose how to spend money is the wisest choice that we should own. Because in the end, attention is just the exchange rate between who you are today and who you become tomorrow, shaped by your own choices and your awareness about them. Hey, this is Supriya, and you're watching Coded Conscience, where I break down tech and emotions in the simplest human way. If you're liking this content, then please hit a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.